retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent.
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I can't wake nobody up. I'm here to unplug.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste till my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. God knows.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, we gonna talk about it. But first, let me get into the chat. Papa Will, what up, though? Appreciate you. Shout out to the other four in the Raptors. Appreciate y'all. Gary, bust it down. Brown, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about this. You do not have Sigma personality, right? This is a show that's been a long time coming. I'm gonna go more in depth with different understandings of what the Sigma is, but this is something I wanted to touch on. I was actually doing the show, but this is more of a freestyle. I'm gonna do an upload on this, but yeah, this is something that's been going around recently this week. I don't know when the Sigma personality was defined. First time I heard of it was 4 years ago, and I remember because it was before the whole thing with my eyesight missing. It was before that, so I know it was 4 years ago. And it was a friend of mine. I was talking to him about my sister graduating, and he just bust out and told me, like, he feel I got this type of personality. Then I looked it up and seen it, like, I don't really deal with all that because I don't put myself in boxes. I know I'm a divine being having a human experience. The only limitations I have is the ones I put on myself. So to say I'm something is to say I'm not something else. That's just the duality of it. And I know I'm a portion, a piece, a fragment of the creator. So I have the capability and the ability to be all if I choose to. I just have to work, learn, and apply things to become. So that's my total understanding, right? So I don't put myself in those boxes. But when I looked at it, Miss Tracy, what up, though? Dee Dee. What up? Appreciate y'all. So I don't put myself in no boxes, but the divine box, because I understand that the creator is within me and I'm much more than my flesh. So anyway, looking at the Sigma personality, like I said, I can relate to it, right? I can really I resonate with a lot of the traits of it. I never felt like an alpha, right? And the reason I never felt like an alpha is because I never felt like I needed a pack. I felt like I always been self-efficient, always learned how to do things. Even when I first started working on cars, my stepfather was a master mechanic. So I learned a lot by watching him, but I learned by doing it. Carpentry, I learned by doing it. Everything I know, I learned from doing it. So I never really depended on anyone to do anything for me. I was one of them people who, if it needed to be done, I just need to learn. So the self-efficient aspect of it, I definitely resonate with it. Not needing other people to accomplish things. But that's the thing about the Sigma, because you have another personality called the Omega, right? So the Omega don't want to participate with nobody at all at any time. The Sigma isn't like that. The Sigma is a lone wolf, but can function highly within groups. So hearing the different aspects of it, um, I resonate with it, and we will go over a couple of them. But before that, and women are Sigma. This is a personality, so it doesn't just associate with men. Some of the female traits may look a little different because men and women are different, but a lot of the similarities: highly functional, self-efficient. Um, Introvert, but can participate and function highly in groups, but they're really introverts, right? But before we get into that, let me play a disclaimer so I don't have to say it.
Subscribers, listen to me. Listen, subscribers, listen. We ain't talking about y'all, okay? We are talking to the collective. We are not singling nobody out. We are talking to a whole. When we get up here, we are talking to everybody. So if something hits your soul, that means that may be something you need to work on. Okay.
All right, so look, this is just the reality, right? Um, you have people who possess these different personalities: alpha, sigma, beta, omega, uh, whatever other ones they got. There's people who definitely have these personalities, but you also have posers, right? People who try to embody it. But that's why I say the consistency of action tells the story. Only thing you have to do to understand a person's behavior is to watch it, to observe it, right? You observe a person's behavior. I don't care what people say they are or what they ain't. I don't care what people do one or two times. It's the consistency, it's the intention, the motive behind the action that dictates the character of a person, right? So looking at that, recently, and I ain't about to say no names because I don't really care, but it's noticeable when people claim to be things, but you see they act a different way. That's like someone saying, "Oh, I'm a positive person," and they keep continuously say they positive, but the actions don't correlate. Like they're not doing positive things. They just saying it. People say they don't want beef, but always in beef. People say they don't want drama, but they always in drama. Is the consistency of action. It doesn't matter what you say; is what you do. Anybody can say anything. That's how stories are written. You have fictional and you have non-fictional, but they all stories. So, looking at this personality, right? Hold on, let me pull the thing up for you. And then I'm gonna talk about. I didn't make a slide for the differences. I hope y'all can see this. I did it in this mode. Can y'all see that? Okay? Because I'm not in. Let me try to go back in. Yeah, it's not putting me in portrait mode, so I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay. But the first one is highly independent and self-sufficient. We went over that. A person being independent, and even looking at this and looking at myself, even though I'm married with kids, I'm still a very highly independent person. My wife is so special because she the first woman that took the time to understand me. So I need alone time. I need my time to myself. I need time to think. I need time, to meditate. I just need my time, and it's non-negotiable. So she gives me that. When I say we could be in the middle of doing something, I could say I just need to step away. I need a break. She'd be like, "All right." She know me though. She accept me for me. So um, for me, it's very important to find someone who understood me, who and who is complementary to me, meaning that it's something that fits perfectly, not something that just fits or something that just works, but it works in unison. That was very important for me. King Miller, what up, though, brother? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That was very important for me, right? And see, a lot of these traits, a lot of us probably possess, you know, but it's the combination and the consistency, right? So doesn't need validation from others. This is one of the things that separate the alpha from the sigma, right? Because the sigma don't really care if they get validation from anyone else. They validate themselves. But the alpha needs to be validated. That's part of being the alpha. Is being recognized as higher. You know, but the sigma doesn't. And as we go down the list, you'll understand why the sigma doesn't need validation outside themselves. Right? Understands but does not conform to society standards. Right? Um, like me personally, I understand. Its rules and regulations and uh, society functions optimal if people comply to certain things. Right? And I mainly agree because they fall in line with my understanding. But it's some things I don't agree with, like the social hierarchy. I don't deal with that at all. I don't feel people are better because they born in different families or they have material possessions. I think people better because they do better. And even if a person is better, that doesn't mean that person is more valuable to anyone else. That's just what they're doing. I don't accept certain um, notions that most people do. Like, because a person rich, you treat them different from a person that's poor. I'm gonna treat you all the same. I don't care if you're poor or rich. I don't care if you're smart or dumb. I'm gonna treat you the same as I treat anyone else. I'm gonna give you dignity and respect until you show me otherwise, right? So introverted but functions highly in groups. We was talking about that. Being an introvert, being like a loner to yourself. It's different other personalities that a lot of these traits fall into, especially, just being an introvert. But the difference is that you can function in groups. A lot of introverts just don't like being around people and they don't function or work well with other people. That's how most introverts are. That's why they're introverts. But a sigma has the ability to adapt. If you notice, that's the common concept, and that's the biggest identifier of a sigma is the ability to adapt to almost any situation. Um, Looks at themselves and others as individuals and not adhere to social hierarchy. We was just talking about that, right? So, um, like when we talk about individual perspectives, I don't judge what's the sigma. I'm explaining it now. Is a personality. You have alpha, you have beta, you have sigma, you have omega. It's a couple. I think it's like 12 different ones. But this is like a common thing going around, so I figured, I talk about it. But yeah, it's a personality. Like you have the alpha, you have a sigma. You probably thought I was talking about like the college pledges, right? But yeah, but being an introvert, but having the capability of functioning and working well in groups, that's a identifier, right? And does not adhere to the social hierarchy. Like I said, you treat a rich person different. You treat a poor person. Nah, like you treat a celebrity different than you treat somebody on the street. I don't do that. I never have. I don't see the purpose. People are people. You know. So yeah, I treat everyone the same. I treat everyone with dignity and respect until otherwise, you know. But then alone time is valued. Like I said, I married a special woman. She gives me the ability, to kind of rock out and do my own thing because I need that time to think. It'd be so many thoughts going through my head. I can't slow them down. So um, sometimes it'll get um, congested up in there. So I need that time. But this is just 6. If you go research, you'll see a different personality. But the main one that I did want y'all to have is the ability to adapt. And like Sigmas, they kind of mysterious too. Like even when I came, like if you, I don't even know how to explain it because it don't make sense, but it makes sense. Me coming on here being transparent, I've always been transparent with who I am and what my intentions are on doing on here. But everybody don't know about me. You don't tell everybody everything about you. You never give people the weapon of your destruction. You never do that, right? So I don't do that. But being mysterious and stuff like that, my nickname was Batman. People who knew me call me Batman because they say they think they know me, but then they see another aspect of me when different situations arise, and that's just being adaptable. Like when I say it's a personality, it's something that you can observe. You can observe people's behavior, and that's how they come up with these different descriptions. And like most alpha males, to be honest with you, if you look at the traits of an alpha male, most alpha males are insecure. That's why they need the validation. That's why they need the groups of people. That's why they need the dominance over other people. They need that. That just shows a form of insecurity, just the desire to control other people, the desire to be above other people. They have the grandioso personality where they think they larger than life. Like me personally, I know I am very special to me. Just like I know everyone else, Gary, Levi, King, are very special to them. And my specialness to me doesn't out trump their specialness to them. Maybe they don't look at me special. Maybe I don't look at them special. But as individuals, we are special. So I'm not gonna try to demasculate any man. I'm not gonna try to dominate any woman because I know just as much as I love myself, if they don't, they have the capability to love themselves the same, or maybe they already do. So I know what lengths I'm willing to go to, so I can only imagine what lengths they willing to go to. So why do any of that when I can just live my life? What other people do, unless it directly affect me, I don't really care. I know that sounds bad, but I can't control it, and I'm not gonna try to. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Antisocials in the building. What up, Nine? Shout out to Tay Eats. Shout out to Santina. Shout out to Intrinsic. Shout out to BDB, my brothers and sisters of the Nine. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Commander and Cat Daddy. Almost forgot. Can't forget the General. Can't forget the Minister of Defense. Shout out to Commander, man. Appreciate you, sir. But yeah, so a lot of people, like I said, some people pose, you know, they like to think highly. Ain't nothing wrong with thinking highly of yourself, but I just feel like you shouldn't, you should live up to your own standards, right? Live up to your own perception of yourself because you go be seen. Like I was listening to this guy say, "Oh, I'm a Sigma male," but he was on here arguing with people, and I'm looking like, "Nah, bro, no, you don't." Because you going from panel to panel, talking about you a Sigma, you a lone wolf, and I'm like, why don't you just go on your own channel? And if you got a great, talk about it. Talk about it. There are other attributes, right, about this Sigma. It's believed to be one of the most dangerous personalities to go up against because they're very methodical. Um, they say they play chess, not checkers. Like they play the long game. They patient. Um, and a lot of Sigmas, they're empaths. That's another unique thing about the Sigma. A lot of Sigmas are empaths. And if you know anything about an empath, is um, some of them are passive, but some of them aren't. Some of them will give you back tenfold what you give them. So they believe the Sigma is one of the most dangerous personalities to like go up against because they don't think about hurting you; they think about taking you apart. And I can agree with a lot of that. I can agree with a lot of it. I can agree with a lot of it because, like, even with me, like when I don't think of beef. I think of more like war, and I understand its casualties. So I try to minimize that. You know, so you have to be methodical, and everything you should do. If I just believe that anything and everything you do should be calculated. You should understand the pros and the cons, the risk and the reward of every action. You know, that sounds crazy, but if you take your time and think, the more you do it, the quicker you'll be able to do it. The better you get at it. The better you get at it, and the quicker you can do it. So that's just my experience. But um, that's one aspect of the Sigma. You know, and a lot of people like to associate themselves to that, but they sloppy. You know, a lot of people are sloppy. That's what I say. It's like when people say things, and like, no, you don't display any traits of it. You know, you can clearly see you more of a beta, trying to act like a Sigma. You know, a lot of beta males. There's nothing wrong with a beta. Everything has its position for a reason, right? Betas are good, like contributors, good followers. You know, everyone has a role. I don't feel no personality is better than the other one. It's just how it's used. You know, if you function highly, then you function highly. You know, but I think beta males make good partners. You know, business. Like people give it bad names because people don't want to fight. Everybody ain't built to fight. Everybody ain't built to yell and scream and go to battle. Some people are just lovers, man. Some people just and I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, some people don't want the drama. Some people would rather help than lead. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. How everyone go lead. You can't have a whole group with full of leaders and nobody. You know, that's like owning a business and you have no workers. You got all bosses. So the bosses got to do the work. Well, okay, bosses do the work, but then they can't function in their position as a boss if they're doing the work, right? That's just how it works. So there's a place for everything. So one is not better than the other one. One you shouldn't be. That's just our society. We shame people. Um, I'm cool with a lot of beta males and females. I function highly with them because the alphas always at some point they try me. You know, because they just got that dominant spirit. They want to dominate shit. It's like these people who go hunt wild big game animals. What the fuck you want to hunt a lion for? So what are you killing the animal, killing a lion? What is that proving that you no, you shot it with a gun. Go fight it with a knife and then say you a bad mother. Then we can agree. You go fight a lion with a knife, a sword, or a spear, or something other than a gun, something that does not project uh uh that does not have a projectile. I don't even think it's fair if you use a bow and arrow. The lion don't get a bow and arrow. The lion got claws and teeth. You got nails and teeth. I mean, for an extension, use a sword, use a dagger, a knife, whatever you got to use, but don't use a gun. And then you conquer that lion. Then you a bad motherfucker. But anybody can sit up 100 yards away. Well, not 100 yards away, but anybody can sit up yards away and take out something. That doesn't mean anything. And for you to have to try to conquer an animal, like, what is wrong with you? Like, that's weird to me, man. We hunt to eat, to survive. not for sport. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, like I said, if you feel some type of way, that's your feelings. We hunt for survival, not for sport. If you hunt for sport, something wrong with you. Go play football or basketball or something. Hunting animals is not a sport. In my opinion. I just say that because I don't really care what people do. You just can't convince me. But anyway, off of that, I'm a little passionate about that. I don't believe in that. But anyway, so they say Figmas is one of the deadliest personalities to go up against because they thinkers. They able to adapt. A lot of these traits. They don't do stuff for validation. There's a difference when people doing something to get the validation of other people, to get the clicks, the views, the applause. It's different when people have a reason, like a real reason, when they have a mission. They more focused. And just using myself as an example, like I said, I don't, when looking at these different personalities, I probably resonate with the Sigma more than anyone, but I don't even consider myself a Sigma. But if I had to uh, associate my personality to one of them, that would probably be the one. But the thing is, too, about these personalities, um, you can redefine yourself to become anything that you desire. You have that capability. You can learn new things and throw out old things. You can do that. You can definitely do that. You can create new habits and get rid of old habits, and habits become behavior. The consistency of habit shows behavior. And over time, your deeds will develop your character. So you can totally redefine, redesign who you are. So even, but most of these personalities, I do believe this is just the way people are. This is how life has molded them. A lot of things are innate. Some things happen because of environment. Some things happen because of nurture. You know, um, Me too, but maybe only with God, right? Yeah, only with God. Yeah, I don't believe in God though. I know God. Like I don't do the belief thing, but I have developed a relationship with the divine creator. So I'm at peace. But yeah, God is within me. I don't look for God outside of me, but I have that. I have a divine connection. So, um, like I said, through the deeds, my actions show my divine connection with the creator. By the creations I create. Yeah. Miss Tracy in the building. What up, Miss Tracy? What up? Yeah, so everyone describes their connection to God differently. Some people use the religion, some people use spirituality. Um, I don't put myself in those boxes neither. What I do is not spiritual or religious. It's just I have a connection. How old? I will be 40 in a couple days. Yeah, I will be 40 in a couple days. Let me guess. Are you 23? 43? Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. I'm blessed every year. I get to go around the sun, man. I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed. I ain't gonna use the word blessed. I'm grateful and pay homage to the Creator. I pay homage to the ancestors. So, I pay homage to my wife. I pay homage to my mother and father. I'm just one of those grateful, thankful people, and that's why I continue to get the divine gifts. I get gifts from the divine. So yeah. Yeah, but these different personalities, you can easily identify them through the consistency of people's actions. You just have to be patient and observe. That's the easiest way. Is just be patient and observe. I heard I don't want to get into that, but I say this: never do anything outside your character to see how people will respond. I wouldn't do that if I was you, because you're creating a false notion, and if people respond negatively, you got to understand it's a reaction, to action that you caused. So, um, if if I start cussing people out and then I say, "Oh, I just wanted to see how y'all was gonna act," and y'all start going in on me, that's my fault. I did something to cause a reaction, and if it's out of my character, out of the expectations that I presented, outside of the standards that I set, then um I can't be upset at the repercussions of my action. And I hear people do that, and it's just you can't get upset how people react to an action. If I was to walk up to someone and slap them and they cut me, I can't say, "Oh, I was just playing," or "That was extreme." No, they reacted. The action that I did caused the reaction that I got. That's just how life is. Cause and effect. Am I slow? I often talk slow, but I did have brain surgery a couple years ago, and I am legally blind. I have a VP shunt in my head, and I talk slow, but I talk slow on purpose. You know, so I guess it depends. I don't run as fast as I used to. I'll be 40 in a couple days, so I'm not as limber and quick. So I guess I am a little slow. The square root of 20. I don't know what you call slow, but I don't usually brag, but I did test high on the IQ test. I tested really high. So I mean, it just depends what you consider. I'm slow in certain areas in life. Yes, I am. Like, um, I just roasted you without roasting you. Um, I have that unique ability. I don't really get trolls. Don't have too much fun with me. They don't have too much fun with me. Um, I'm not saying I'm troll proof, but I generally have more fun with the trolls than they have with me. So, and I'm not disrespectful. I can be, but I choose not to be. But no, we have fun, man. We complete, we complete each other. I'm a troll. Cool. I'm gonna just say this: you free to troll me. I always tell because I have fun with people. If you get disrespectful, I'm gonna just make you feel bad for being disrespectful to me. I will make you feel bad for being disrespectful to me. But just don't bother to chat because that's just the decorum over here, right? You control the host, but just don't leave my people alone. And be respectful because they don't play that. When you get too disrespectful, they get you out of there, or they gonna have fun with you too. I'm gonna just be real. They gonna have fun with you. I sound like a diabetic. Well, if you go look on my page, it's pictures of my face on there. Yeah, it's pictures of my face. Right now, I'm not showing my face. Once I finish my studio, And actually, I'm 245 pounds, 6 foot. I did lose a lot of muscle mass because, like I said, 3 years ago, I had brain surgery. But at one point, I was bench pressing 285. And the only reason I stopped bench pressing over 300 is because when I was 23, I got stabbed in my chest and my pectoral muscle, and it tore a lot of it. So I can't extend my right arm as high as I used to. And I got a torn rotator cuff I never got fixed. So I don't really bench press heavy no more. I don't. I wouldn't go over 285, but I can squat a good 425. I was deadlifting 350. So I was kind of a thick guy. I still got a lot of my definition. I just gained some weight for not working out for like 3 years. Yeah, 285 a president. Well, I play football. I used to play football. Like my whole family athletic. Are you into sports? I got two cousins that got golden jackets, NFL Hall of Fame golden jacket. And then I got one, he just went back to Tampa Bay, Jordan Whitehead. But Darrell Reeves and Ty Law, those are my cousins. So I come from a very athletic family. So I was one of the big boys. But my brother is 6'1". My brother 285 right now. I think he got 6%, 6 or 7% body fat. He just got out of federal prison though. He built like a horse. Yeah, we some big boys. We come from the backwoods, man. We like lumberjacks. Age, I'll be 40 in a couple days. I played football, running back, hurt shoulder, sophomore year of high school. I was a little guy like that. Kicker too, boom. That's what's up. So do you smoke crack? No, I never smoked crack. My friend that showed me this said you did. Oh, that's sad that you got people who lie to you. Yeah, people who lie to you. I wouldn't call that a friend. And if he showed you this to come over here to mess with me, he really ain't no friend to you. Why would you ask me if I smoke crack? Let's think about this. I think about people's intentions, right? So over here I talk about personalities, behavior. Um, I am a certified life coach. Um, so I'm interested in why do you care if I smoke crack? I mean, for you to even formulate that thought, you have to have some type of experience with it. Not saying you do it, but maybe someone around you does it. It's just normal to you. Do I sound like someone who smokes crack? I don't think I do. I know I don't. But for you to even say that, um, honestly, you just telling us what you thinking of. You thinking of crack, and it sounds more like a projection. I mean, it almost sounds like you was hoping I said yeah, so you can come and party or something. Yeah, be a little bit more creative. Be a little bit more creative, man. How somebody sounds diabetic. Yeah, I don't know. They I don't know how someone sounds diabetic. I don't know. Yeah. So this is also a good example of more of a Sigma personality. Not needing validation or not really caring what other people think or feel about you. It's no purpose. Other people's thoughts and opinions really don't do nothing for me. If people like me or not, it ain't gonna make or break my day. It don't put money in my pocket. It don't put food on my table if people like me or not. I don't need people to like me or not to put food or money in my pocket. Never have, never will. So, like, not really caring, other people. I do appreciate other people's perspective, though. Don't get me wrong. I like to hear other people's ideas. That's how I learn, is from other people's perspective. But when people lie, like when people aren't truthful, to me, it just shows that person's character. What people do with their time shows me a lot about their character. I don't judge people because it don't benefit me. I really don't care. But when how people utilize their time tells a lot about them. Antisocial in the building. What up, man? I didn't even know I had this banner still up here.
What's up, Nine? Now you know I had to come up here because I couldn't even type fast enough in the chat to say what I had to say. But what is up with these elementary jokes y'all throwing around? Like that's all y'all got. Like
Oh
y'all
man.
literally that's it. Like I'm sitting up here with my popcorn ready to like laugh. That's all y'all got. Like, do
I
y'all
mean,
really think a 40-year-old man gonna really be pressed by the stupid stuff y'all saying in the chat? Like, this is hilarious.
and I'm like, I thought I was gonna have some fun. Like
Right. We
this
never
ain't
get
even a
to have
sparring
any
match.
fun. Can y'all be creative and so we
But
can have fun?
but the one dude, Commander's in the building. What up, Nine? Big Mix in
Uh-oh.
the building.
What's up,
Y'all
Commander?
lucky they lucky BDB not here. But I mean the James Jones, the other dude, they told some jokes, but they start talking, so that was kind of cool. Hey, I got another channel too. If y'all like wrestling and sports and all that talk stuff, we gonna be on Petty Vision more. I'm gonna go live over here today and tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Well, into the 25th because I think I'm gonna take. My birthday is Thursday, so Friday I'm gonna be off. Maybe Saturday I come back on. I go on not on here though. So these are gonna be the last 2 days. This today, and then on my birthday. I'm gonna do my birthday on this channel. But after that, I'm gonna be on Petty Vision. I might not even go live over here for a while. So make sure y'all linked up with Petty Vision because that's where we gonna be going live at. After after the next live, we gonna be on Petty Vision. So over there, I'm gonna do more uploads on conversations like this, like 5-10 minute uploads. Just being more concise with the information, and then maybe go live and talk about it if y'all want to. I'll put a poll up if y'all want to go live and talk about it. But we gonna be on Petty Vision. We'll be just having normal conversations about life. Sports, music, whatever aspect of life you know, that's in the news. We gonna talk about, and we gonna be petty with it. So please come over there, troll,
Oh,
because I'm
that's
gonna
what
have fun with you.
happened. Y'all put it on subscribers mode. I was wondering where the trolls went. Oh, they gotta subscribe to talking in chat now.
Mm,
Okay.
yes, indeedy.
Let's see who's slow enough to come back.
D Shep said, "Yes, I'm rested."
Oh man. D Chef, where you been? I ain't seen you in a while. D Chef don't speak to me in the chats no more. What I do? What I done did? Let me know. Say D Chef don't speak to us sis no more. Anyway, but
Yeah.
now I just came up here to have some fun with the trolls, but they I don't think they gonna come back. But
Well, James Jones said he'll be back. So yeah, go get all y'all profiles, subscribe, wait for a minute, and then talk. Yeah, do that.
how do y'all do? You gonna have to show me how to do that. I need to learn how to
Yeah,
do that.
I can't. I tried to do it. I can't do it. That's why I asked Commander. I know she.
Commander, do she
Yeah,
know how to do it? Hell
for
yeah.
some reason I can't do it. It won't let me do it no more. No, on my
Do
own
that in my
profile.
chat, Commander. Every time. Do that in my chat. I don't even know how to
Make
do
sure
it.
she a managing mod. I
She'll
think.
manage your mind in my chat
Okay.
now.
Yeah, just make sure she a managing mod. But
Oh,
yeah,
D Chef, I could be tripping. I was just joking. I say D Chef don't be talking to me no more. No, I was kidding. I was just kidding with you.
D Shep said he got an awesome rest. Yeah, I was just going over some of the aspects about the do you got D Shep's Instagram? I want to see if he
D
want to
Chef
come up.
don't have he don't have
Yes, he
one.
do. He got an Instagram now. I
What?
ain't got it. I ain't got his Instagram, but he told us the other night he had an Instagram. Let me see if
Oh,
I can
I didn't
find him real
know.
quick so I can send him the link. I don't, Shep, if I put the link in the, what the hell? This is why I don't go on social media. I'm clicking Instagram to try to type his name in, and this thing popped up with this lady playing the guitar with her tongue. Like shit weird. Like how do you play the guitar with your tongue? That's
Wow.
weird. And yeah, beat up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop down, bro. My phone been tripping with this overheating stuff, so I can't talk when it's on the charger. But I'm in the chat though.
Okay.
All right,
D
bet.
sh- D shut. What is? I don't know. You gotta look up. It's okay. Hold on. Hey, man, I don't know how to search this Instagram. Is it that space in between? Is it in front or in the back of it? Yeah, I don't know how. Anti, see if you can find shut, please. And if you can, send them the link. If you type in, hold on, let me type mine in. I don't even know what mine is, bro. Okay, is TH. This is mine right here. And then just send me a message. THA. Where's that thing at? I can't even see this. I do not like this keyboard. I like the one that light up. And if anybody asks me if I'm the devil, I'm gonna tell you yeah. Just for asking me that ignorant question. Oh, now you gonna give me the whole one. Look, I'm on live. You in the chat. You type it in. You already typing. Type mine in. Okay. Anti said she sent it to you. Hey Anti, put him in the hold on, put him in this one. Put him in the we in this thing. Put him in that group. We in this thing. Oh, your audio mic is acting up on this phone. Great brother Gary. You ain't want to sound like me. The other day, you ain't want to sound like me. I feel you, brother. But yeah, so like these personalities, and like I said, is I think is poor representation when, and it just is just not productive on any level, right? When someone claims to be something they not, because it gives a poor representation, and then people associate what they claim to be with the way they are, and the person gets a false sense of pride, a false sense of self, acting or claiming to be something they're not. That's why I don't believe in acting. I don't believe in fake until you make it. I don't see no benefit in it. Like, even having that conversation, um, I don't think you preparing yourself to become something is faking it till you make it. If you learn how to walk and talk the way that's called, you can call that practice. You can call that becoming. I rather do faking it till you making is claiming something and you're not doing anything to progress towards it. So if you want to be rich, there's nothing wrong with dressing nice. Um, there's nothing wrong with doing things that rich people do, as long as you're doing it to become. But when you're acting like it, like if you go buy $1,000 suit and you got a nice car, you pulling up to a hood house, I mean, and you content with that. That's not it. If it's you getting designer clothes, that's not it. You should be understanding finances, understanding money, how money works. If you want to be an upstanding guy, you know, be that. Don't be hitting on women and dogging women when ain't nobody looking. That's not upstanding. Don't be um, acting like a good father but never do nothing with your kids. That's not upstanding. become what you say you are. Because that false sense of pride, that false sense of self will prevent you from ever reaching or becoming what you say you are. Now, people say, I'm this, and never do nothing to become it. Even keeping your cool, like when people come in here and troll, you don't see me lose. Anybody who been rocking with me, you never see me lose my cool. And before I lose my cool, what do? I turn this off. I turn it off. Before I even, with the situations that I had since I've been on here, I articulated myself, my words, my thoughts, my emotions. I articulated it in a way where I'm not being disrespectful to myself, and I'm telling the truth. I don't have to lie. I don't have to try to tear anyone down. Now, if the truth tears someone down, that's not my fault. The truth is the truth. Facts are facts. You can't do nothing about that. So if I tell the truth and it hurts someone, then that's not my fault. That's the truth. But if I'm sitting up here trying to tear someone's character down by lying, then I'm not what I say I am. If I'm sitting on here trying to hurt people, trying to tear people down, I'm not saying I come on here telling you I'm trying to build, I'm trying to speak life into people. I've been doing it since I've been on here because that's what I am. That's what I do. And when I can't do it, I don't be in those spaces that I can't do it in. I do not frequent spaces that I can't be myself in. I'm straight. I avoid conflict if necessary because it's not the fact that I'm afraid of conflict. It's a distraction. That's how I look at it. It's a waste of my damn time. When I can be utilizing it, I can be the time that I take to argue back and forth with somebody, I can be resting. I can be asleep. I got 2 kids and a wife. I'm active. Even with my disability, I'm very active with my family. I got a business I'm building from the ground up by myself. By myself. I got people on here, we building a brand together. I got a lot on my plate. So anything that's not consists of my energy going into those things are a distraction to me. And I'm not interested in distraction. Not worth it. That's just for me though, So I'm just telling you how I am. That's what Dolly, I apologize. Did I speak to you? I don't know if I spoke to you. If I didn't, I apologize, Dolly. It just becomes a distraction to me. And some things, and I'm not saying, some things you have to address. And everyone has their own, if you want to say boundaries, right? Everyone has their own boundaries. So something that I feel like, okay, I wouldn't address that. It might be more important to someone else. Just like when I address my issues, some people felt like you don't need to, but I felt like I need to. So even when we're talking about people as an individual, just because I wouldn't do something don't mean someone else shouldn't. That's just how I look at life. I try to understand why a person did something. So maybe I wouldn't have did it. Maybe that wouldn't have bothered me, but I don't know what this person experienced in life that triggered them. That's the individuality. That's why I say I don't judge people. Everybody handles things differently. Realest one, shout out to realest one. He always said act accordingly. And to me, that means act accordingly to you. That's why it's important when you interact with people, you have a general understanding of one another. And the more involved you get with the person, the more you should define that understanding. Because if you're just dealing with people on surface levels, a general understanding is fine, where you won't cross a boundary. But when you really getting involved with people, if it's business, a personal relationship, romantic relationship, you should truly understand that person because Everyone's different. We have different triggers, different experiences in life. We could have had some of the same experiences, but the outcome was different. Circumstances, situation was different, so we look at it different, right? Maybe I wasn't raised with my father, maybe, but the circumstances behind me not being raised with my father is a lot different from other people's. My father was 16 when he had me, so my grandmother raised me. And then my mom moved to Michigan. Ain't none of that his fault. So it's not like my dad walked out on me. So I might meet someone who say, yeah, I didn't grow up with my father in the house. And I'd be like, I didn't either, but I respect my father. Oh, my dad ain't, I can't say, don't talk about your dad like that. No, I listened to his story because maybe his dad did walk out on him. And even though we both didn't have a father in the house, and I can understand my father's circumstances and situations and look past that, maybe they can't. But how am I going to judge this person because I got over it? To tell this person to get over it, I can't. I can just tell him the importance of healing from it. That's all I can tell him. But that's on his timetable too. Are the same ever. Exactly. No experiences are the same ever. Yeah, we talked about diabetes. Yeah, I forgot. And that's what I'm saying. I don't never knock nobody experience in life. I never say I went through more or went through less than people because you don't know the situation, the circumstances of the experience. You may be aware of an experience, right, that someone had. Like, okay, either you had it or you aware, somebody had it, but you don't know the circumstances. Like, I hear people telling women, if your man beating on you, just run away. I heard stories where that worked out good, where they left and got away, and then I heard stories that worked out bad. I don't know. It was on the news, right? This lady left her abusive boyfriend, went to her mother's house. He went to the mother's house and deleted both of them and the little sister. So I mean, it's easy to tell someone you should do this, you should do that, but you don't have to live with the consequences. And like part of me, life coaching, right? That's the unique thing I think I bring to life coaching is understanding that concept. Because when I coach, I don't coach people to what I think they should do. I help people understand what they should do by listening and understanding their situation, their circumstance. That's why you keep hearing me use these terms when I talk about experience. Circumstance and situations, two different terms, two different things. So think of the trinity of an experience. Is what happened, how it happened, and why it happened. Look at it like that. That's the easiest way. Or the emotion, and that's one of the main parts, Dolly. That's how I'm gonna do an upload. I got like 5 of them. I just got to do the audios and then I got to do the visuals. But as soon as I get my studio ready, I can just come on camera and just talk and do it. But I got to do the audios and visuals. But I am gonna talk about how we download information, and it's with our emotions. If you think about anything that you ever experienced, when you think about it, you go feel an emotion, and the stronger the emotion, the clearer the image. Even painful things, happy things and painful things. The stronger the emotion, the clearer the thought of it. Observe that for yourself and tell me if I'm wrong or right. I did my own little experiment. I have asked 215 people over the last 7 years. And I think it's a ratio. It's like over 170 people said they feel the emotion. The stronger they feel the emotion, the clearer they think. the clear the vision. It was like 100. I got to look at my notes. I think it was like 171, 172. But the reason I say that is because when I first came up with the concept, I was saying you feel then think. But then I realized it's more or less the stronger the emotion, the clearer the vision. That's the meat and potatoes of it. So yeah, but that's how we attach. That's how we download information is through our emotions. That's why a lot of times when you think of something, when you think about what I'm saying, you think of something sad. You think of something that you mourn, like a loved one that you miss, and you think of that person, and then you feel sad, right? And depending on how much you miss them, um, the clearer the thought and the more intense the feeling. But it works the other way too. You can think of that person in a good time, and it's gonna change that emotion. You can think to feel, or you can feel to think. That's the duality of it. You can feel to think or think to feel. A lot of people don't feel to think. Most people just function on the think to feel. But you can learn to feel to think. That's how you manifest. That's how you meditate. Anti probably fell asleep. Yeah, Anti, I think you need to send it again. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button. And if you're new, hit that subscribe. It's free to you, but it means the world to me. Appreciate y'all. And don't forget to subscribe to Petty Vision. We will be going live from Petty Vision um, more often. I want to show y'all the intro to that channel real quick because I actually have to grab something. Is this it? Yeah.
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir.
Yeah, so that's the new intro to Petty Vision. And this is the new intro for this channel for those who missed it.
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I can't wake nobody up. I'm here to unplug.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. God knows.
Did she okay. Great live night. No, I ain't going off yet. I'm waiting for D Shep to come up here. I was just showing the thing. And D-Shep, I don't know what you talking about, bro. I was trying to get to the breadsticks. Dude said I'm 400 pounds. Like, boy, I'd be in trouble. Dishes on the way. And how shallow is that? Like, so what if I was 400 pounds? What would that, like, what does that mean? I'll just be 400 pounds. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me, what does that make me? I don't know. Askiro, what up, though? What up, though, Askiro? Shout out to Askiro. Yeah, I mean, so like I don't know, bro. Like people are weird. That just shows how much how damaged their insides is. You know, to come on someone's page and to feel good about yourself by insulting someone else. That just shows how sad and lonely you are. That's why I cannot be upset at people like that. Because it's sad to me. It's kind of pathetic. No matter what they say, it's like it's pathetic. Honestly. I mean, I never had the desire to go to someone's page and just insult them. You know, even if I didn't agree with what they were saying or if I wasn't attracted to their looks, I never felt the need to insult them. You know, they're just not for me. You know, it's gonna be people in life that you just don't resonate with, and that don't mean they bad people. They're just not for you. Askiro, I missed you too, sis. I missed you too. We'll you got to get Petty Vision. Make sure you linked up to Petty Vision because I'm gonna start building that channel. I'm gonna do more uploads over here, but I am gonna go live probably like once a week. But I'm gonna do more uploads over here, and I'm gonna go live on Petty Vision because a lot of these conversations, I love having these conversations, but we can have conversations like this over there, but we can do more. You know, I want to leave this more towards like self improvement, self development. And a lot of times, you know, when I make the content over here, I'm not concise with it. You know, it's a lot of the information is spread it out. So people coming over here looking for it, you know, I want them to be able to get the meat and potatoes and go. So yeah, so we making a little change. But yeah, so we've been grinding. We've been grinding. But yeah, over in Petty Vision, we will have fun. We get to have, you know, more open conversations. I'm gonna do more open panels. Hey, Commander dropped an exclusive on Anti Channel. Make sure y'all signed up. Make sure y'all signed up. Make sure y'all check out Antisocial Amnesty. That's another one of the 9. Can't find us over here. 9 times out of 10, we over there. But Commander made an announcement. She said she will hit the panel on Petty Vision. Our commanders go hit the panel. So make sure y'all linked up for that. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. I appreciate you, Askiro. I appreciate you. And y'all heard Askiro on the panel before. So we gonna get her up here. She over in the UK. So we got different perspectives, you know. Her coming up over there, us coming up over here. We can hear a lot of similarities and differences, and we can build off of that. You know, we can learn from one another's experiences. So I appreciate every time sis, you know, hit the panel and share her perspective on anything that we're talking about because it's always fruitful. I appreciate when all y'all do it, you know, because it is fruitful. You know, I can only tell you what I know. So, and my experience is only that, my experience, you know, and it's not more significant than anyone else's, you know, so we can learn from one another. That's how I look at life. I can't experience everything. You're backstage. Oh, now you are. You weren't backstage at first.
Oh, that's just all weird, man. I don't even know what I was.
You said what?
Yeah,
I can hear you now.
no, I was saying that shit was all weird. It wasn't even like on no screen yard. It was some weird shit. Either way, out there, what's going on there? But
Oh, chilling, chilling. Gary, I ain't talking to you. I would say, honestly, I can't call that one because um, it is kind of like if you think about it, it's like uh, they doing their own thing and don't care what society says, but then they put themselves in the box. Stigmas generally don't put themselves in any box, generally. But I'm not gonna say yes or no. People identify nowadays. You can identify as anything you want to. So, yeah, people clearly displaying beta behavior, saying they're alphas. So no, Gary, no. I didn't want to say it, Commander. I'm not trying to exclude anyone, but I'm gonna just let Commander say it. So, Shep, you said you was doing your homework, man. What have you found out?
I'm looking for my notes now. It's kind of caught me out going. I got a couple different notes, so it's very different there, sir. I actually took the time out to write this shit down.
Ash Hero, I don't believe so. But that's a reason I'm having this conversation too, because I have heard a lot of people over in that area claim to be Sigmas, but the behavior don't line up. If you look at the behavior of a Sigma, it don't line up. So I don't believe, but people hear things and try to claim things because it sounds cool, but I don't. It's like um, the Satanists taking the inverted cross, right? So the inverted cross represents Saint Peter up until I believe the 80s, maybe 70s. But then the Church of Satan adopted it, and now the inverted cross is a symbolism of Satanism. But that's not why it was created. So that's how I kind of look at the concept of Sigma and people from the red pill area using it because they don't display Sigma behavior. Most of them act like betas. Some of them act like alphas.
That's what I had. I obviously, I think I stand correct, but I'm like shit down about the cities. It was about another subject that we were talking about, but I did get that. Appreciate research on it. And that's what I was. That's what my research was saying. That students are basically like uh, have more alpha tendencies than anything else, other than the fact that they have the tendency to be
I'll say that
sociopath.
last part over. You was a little low.
Now, I was saying that our sickness have a tendency to be. I know what's going on. Hold on, hold on. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I was saying that signals have a tendency to share more like alpha male traits than anything, but they share a sociopathic type tendency that alphas don't have. That's what I was reading when I was actually looking.
You know why I laugh at that? Because I had a psychologist told me I was a psychopath at minimum sociopath. And I'm like, why? It's a lot of they associate that because most Sigmas don't conform to or adhere to society standards. So it's more like me, but it's not really me. Is I'm gonna do me, you do you, and we good. It's like I don't need anyone
So
to
I
follow
described
me.
you to a T.
Yeah, I've been called a sociopath a couple times. In my life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being honest. I'm being dead honest by
I
by
believe it.
clinical experts by clinical experts.
I
Um,
mean, I'm not gonna disagree with the experts.
Kwani, what's up, brother? What up, Nine? Appreciate you, Kwani. Really interested. Yeah, I don't know what pill it is, Commander. I was reading things where it put up and made me think of a cosmic person. Gary, what is a cosmopolitan? Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know what. Maybe I don't know what a
I thought
cosmo.
it was a drink.
I don't think I know what a cosmopolitan person is. It's
I
funny
thought a
that
cosmopolitan was a drink, man, or a casino here in Vegas. A magazine, of course. That's a woman's magazine.
you know, that's what I thought. It was like, hey, ASCII wrote. That's why I took that part out of my intro. When I learned that, I'm like, hold on, man, because yeah, they don't know. Yeah, it's weird. That's why I just use the term unplug now.
Right.
Oh, I'm enjoying life, Kwani. I'll be 40 in a couple days. I'm blessed. Yeah, they call me a psycho, and this is why because I'll tell you the incident that happened. Right, so an incident occurred, and I snapped because I was defending a family member. Right, so I had to go through anger management, and when I was talking to this counselor, I didn't feel bad for what I did. I didn't feel bad. It was justified. Like if you try to R word. Uh, a younger family member of my family, I should have the right to do whatever I desire to do to you. That's just how I felt. Like, so it don't matter what I did to this person. It was justified. If he didn't, and this is how I'm explaining it. The only reason I did this is because this happened. I've never did anything like this before. Um, if you want to know what I did, I brutally beat the guy. Like I didn't violate him. I just beat the crap out of him, and I didn't feel bad for it. Like he was in the hospital for 2 weeks. And people grabbed me off. I hurt two other people trying to restrain me, trying to keep me away from this guy. I did. I hurt other people, but that was their fault too. Why is you holding me back? I didn't have any remorse for anything I did. And they said I was a psychopath. And I'm like, how am I a psychopath? Oh, because you're not displaying empathy. And I'm looking like all this shit is to put shit on me in the court. That's just how I felt. And then I start telling them how I felt about the whole situation. Like, how you gonna judge me? What if that was your daughter? When you want someone to defend your daughter, or you just go wait till after it happened and then call the police and put them in jail? Nah, man, that ain't how we handle stuff where I'm from. Like, we don't even call y'all. We don't call y'all. We make things happen ourselves. We get just that's how I came up. So when the incident happened, that's what happened. But everything worked out. Young Riaz, what up, though? Yeah, yeah. I broke his orbital bone. Broke his collarbone, and I think I broke like two ribs. Yeah, I messed him. You 24 and she 13. Nah, nah, ain't about to pop. Mm-mm. Ain't no explaining none of that. People just built different. Do you shut below? Yeah, bro. I just no, I don't. It's just something, And when I was younger, I was like crash out mode. I was like the protector, of everybody. So, and I didn't value my life as much as I did. So I was willing to take risks that I'm not willing to take now. So, but if something like that happened now, I still probably do the same thing. You have to peel me off them. that was the stipulation for me not, you know, I had to complete. Yeah, it was like a program they put me in, so I wouldn't have a record or I wouldn't have to go to court or none of that. It was something that the lawyer I had worked out with the prosecutor because I was an upstanding citizen, didn't have a record. A situation just happened. That's why, like, I don't say, I don't talk about the court system because um, you can call it by the grace of the creator if you want, because I should have been locked up, but the way everything worked out, it was like for what I did, I should have. I mean, I should at least, went to court, but my lawyer worked something out with the prosecutor and everything worked out. Kwani, my birthday in a couple days. Bang bang Taurus gang. Hey y'all, it's Taurus season. The Bulls, the Bulls rule. Y'all know the Taurus is the father of the earth, right? That's the zodiac sign that rule the earth. We the most grounded people, so you rocking with the bull right now. Rocking with some bulls. Yeah, that's what it is, too, Kwani. That's how it is with me, man. I love and that I've learned to use love. You know, I love things so much that if you try to take it, I'm gonna show you how much I love it. That's how I explain it now. Yeah, don't mess with anything I love because I love it so much that I will go to extents that you didn't know the ruler can reach. So yeah, don't mess with my babies. Don't mess with my family. And we good. We don't bother nobody. Don't nobody bother us. We live a very productive life like that. And you know what? My mother, I don't know if anyone ever heard of Jeffrey Feiger. But I'm in Michigan and he ran for governor before here. Very, very, very good lawyer. But my mother was doing pro bono cases for him at the time. So she had a relationship. So they hooked me up. It wasn't him. He wasn't my lawyer, but someone from his office was. And they got me right. They actually, man, they helped me probably about 3 times. I got into, man, and um this was like I guess the first and like only experience I had with racism, right? With the system. Um at the time the lady I was married to, not my wife now, but my first wife, she went to the store and we stayed in these apartments and we was out in the suburbs. And she called me. It was like these guys are following me. So she was like, I'm pulling up. So I go downstairs and she's running to the apartment door. And it's these two white guys like following her. I come out the door and they calling her B's and H's and stuff. And I'm like, hold on, who? And one of them swung at me. And when he swung, y'all won't believe me if I told you this. When he swung, I moved to the side and I caught him like in a rock bottom and took him straight down. Boom, he hit the ground. The other dude was kind of big. I kicked him in the knee. He ain't do nothing. So I'm kicking him. I'm not even trying to hit him because I'm looking like if I punch him, I'm gonna hurt myself. So I'm kicking his legs. He was like, "Oh, you fight like a bam!" Hit him right in the jaw with an elbow. And I said that, but when I hit him, this dude had to be a good 310. He was about 6'1". So he wasn't that much taller than me, but he was a big boy. And when I hit him with an elbow, his head snapped and he looked at me. Man, I kicked him right in the balls. When I kicked him in the balls, he went down. I kneed him twice, and then I felt something like wet on my neck, and then my eyes start burning. And then the next thing I know, I've been shocked by a taser before, but I guess my adrenaline was so high, I literally felt it and ripped it out. And when I turned around, the cops was like, "Get on the ground." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, man, it's lights going. I'm like, I did not see none of this. My ex wife was like, when I hit him with the elbow, the cops was telling me to stop. Like, I did not hear anything. I did not see anything. I had like tunnel vision. And until like I felt the liquid when they tried to mace me, I felt that. But then I felt the shock. And I'm like, but at this time I was like I was probably about 245. That's when I was like powerlifting. I was probably about 245. And I had a shirt on and I had like a hoodie on. And so I mean, the prongs was in me because I pulled them out, but I don't think they had a good connection. I felt the shock, but it didn't like fully shock me. I don't think it had a good connection. Um, but yeah, so I went to jail that night. Um, my wife then called my mom, and I'm like, I'm defending myself. You know, I'm claiming self defense. Like the whole time in the cell, the people was calling me the N word. We all went to jail, but they called me N words. They had us in different cells, calling me N words. I'm like, y'all gonna let them talk to me like this? And then one of the other cops was like, well, you are an N word, and the other cop was like, you can't do that. He like, what? Laughing and stuff. And I'm looking like, oh, for real? But when my lawyer came, it was a young white girl. Oh, she was talking about we suing. She was like, I'm already on the phone with the NAACP. He's an upstanding citizen. He in school. He's doing his prereqs for nurse. Like she came in there talking. They let me go. And then we went back and pressed charges against them. But even, you know, even though I experienced that, it was a white person that got me out of it, and um, I didn't want to go through the whole lawsuit thing. Yeah, justice. Yes, yeah. I'm telling you, man. But I'm telling you, man, people be thinking like, what somebody be like, man, you lived the movie. I'd be like, man, I didn't. I truly like. I used to wonder, like, man, why do I keep every other month? It seemed like I was going through something, and I'm like, why do I keep going through? And I'm like, I'm bound for hell, like because I done did something in my past life that I'm suffering in this one. It was like I couldn't understand, but everything I went through, I learned from. Everything I went through, I learned from. So now I understand I had to go through those things to have the understanding or even the perspective of what I have now. You know, that's why, like, with the drama and stuff, I don't get caught up in all that. You know, like somebody, oh, you disrespect me, man. You can't. How you gonna disrespect me? I gotta care first. I gotta care about what you say for to feel disrespected. People be like, oh, I violated. No, you just said a bunch of things that I don't care about. You said a whole bunch of things that don't matter to me. You know, but I will say this: people, um, I'm not naive though. People can say things that damage you. You know, if you're like when I was talking about my business, you know, this is someone who's close to me or supposedly like close to me. You know, so it's just the perception of that, and with the people I'm dealing with, it did hurt. It did damage, but that's what happens. You know, collateral damage. So that's understandable. You know, I don't, feel resentment or hatred or anything like that. It's just an experience, and I learned from it. But it's times you can't be naive because even looking like look at celebrities, right? People can make an allegation and it don't hold water. But if people have um, evidence, or if they're very compelling, that can end the celebrity's career, and it might not mean nothing to us, but that's how they feed their family. You know, if they can't get a job and they created this life predicated upon what they were making by being a celebrity, now they got that's an effect. That can affect the family. People, have ended themselves because of that. Had good paying jobs and something happened, and then come to find out people have went to prison because of a lie. So I'm not naive to the point where I know people words can't hurt me, but like the stuff when people come and trolling you and stuff, I don't care about none of that. Somebody I really don't know trying to violate me or disrespect me, like You just showing you. That's all. And then if somebody say something that's true about me, then it's true. So that's how I look at it. But even in that moment, is look at my actions, how I handle myself. I didn't jump out the window or nothing like that. Call nobody out their names or nothing like that. You know. Yeah, that cancel culture. And you know what, Askiro, to be honest with you, at that time in my life, I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do. So I didn't like attention. Like I didn't like uh, I just tried to. It was over and done with. So it was over and done with. Even when I didn't even have to go to court because a lot of the attack was on, like when they had the video footage from the 7-Eleven when they was harassing my ex-wife, and they showed like them being aggressive um towards her, and then a lot of the footage was on a dash cam when the cops pulled up, you know. And then the witnesses' stories, they didn't even need me to press charges. They didn't even need me to press charges. So at that time, I wasn't living a quality life. So I didn't. I just tried to fly under the radar, and the less I had to do with the law and the court system, the better off I was. I'm being honest. I'm being 100% honest. Like if I wasn't living the lifestyle I was living, I probably would have. To be honest with you, because even my mom was telling me, but I'm like, nah, man, because I ain't trying to mess with them. I live around here and I'm doing things, and once you uh, sue, you put a target on your back. They gonna be looking for you to do every little thing. Any little thing you do, they gonna come after you. They did that anyway. They used to, like, after that incident, like I'll pull up to the store, because it was like the suburb I lived in, it was like one police station, and I live right down the street from the police station. Like not even I can walk and get there in 3 minutes. So I was literally like right down the street. So anytime I pull up into the store, you see like two cop cars, one on each side of my car. They used to pull up like to the back of my car and park and go in the store, and I come out, I can't move my car until they move theirs. They used to do stuff like that, and I'm looking like they did that for like a week or two, like 2 weeks maybe, like little stupid stuff like that. Like I'd be driving, they'd flash their lights, I'll pull over, and they'd keep going. Like man, so that's why I was like, man, I ain't about to, I ain't about to, you know, shake the beehive, and I'm not living right. Like if I was living right, I would have, but I wasn't living right. So I just tried to avoid everything. Yeah, some people never learn. But see now, oh yeah, I get paid now. Something like that happen, I definitely get paid. Yeah, that was me. I was always curious. Like I was one of them kids, just don't tell me not to do nothing and I won't do it. But when you tell me not to do something, then I want to know why. And unless you explained it, I did it. If no one said, "Hey, don't do this because X, Y, and Z," I would do it just to see what would happen. Oh man, I got in so much trouble like that because my cousin knew that, right? My cousin knew that. He knew if you told me not to do something, I'm gonna do it. So he used to tell me not to do stuff and just wait for me to do it and laugh when I get in trouble. We was laughing about that when I went to my cousin's funeral. He was like, "Hey D, don't do this." I'm like, "Shut up." He was laughing and he started telling everybody a story. He got me like 5 or 6 times. I remember I broke my grandmother's garage door. Well, I thought I broke it. He broke it. He broke the door and put it back and told me not to open it. And I'm like, why not? He was like, because just don't do it. Just don't open the garage door. And he was like, if you do it, you're gonna be surprised. And I'm looking like I waited for him to go in the house and I lifted it and the whole door fell apart. And when it fell down and made a loud sound, my uncle came out, was like, "Oh my God, you broke the door." And I'm looking like, "Oh my God, I broke the door." I didn't know I didn't break that door up until my cousin's funeral. It was like when he told me that he went in the house and was looking out the window waiting for me to open the garage door. I'm looking like, "All right, I got you." Like, okay. Like, man. Yeah, they used to get me. I was the curious George in my family. Yeah, I was definitely curious. Definitely curious. But yeah, Bo about to be 40, man. Y'all know I didn't know my birthday was this week. My wife told me last week, like, "Yeah, your birthday next week." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "We just got into April. I don't be paying attention to the days. And I don't really care about turning 40. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. But I mean, I'm trying to hit at least 70, 80. Then I'd be happy. I'd be content. Hit 70 or 80. You told me that. I'm telling you, I was bad at that. I don't do that now. I don't do that now. But yeah, I used to be just like that. Like, hold on, why shouldn't I do this? Maybe I can do it and not have that result. Sometimes even when people told me and I think about it too long, I'm like, well, I think I can do it. I just know where they messed up at. I was always too smart for myself. That was another one of my problems. I was just too smart for myself. I just knew I can think my way out of anything, so I was never afraid to try anything because I can think my way out of it. I had to learn not to do that. You know, life is the best teacher. Life will teach you a lot about life. You just got to learn from the mistakes you make and be willing not to keep making the same ones. There's a whole bunch of other different mistakes you can make. Don't keep making the same one. You know, I'm even learning doing this, right? With the YouTube. I made so many mistakes. Doing YouTube. That's why I'm demonetized now, right? I made mistakes. I learned from it though. That's why y'all don't see me playing anything that I didn't make. Everything you said. Hold on. Commander said StreamYard 8D show. Oh wow. For no reason. See that hustle T King, what up though? He wasn't trying to get caught. I'm telling you, Asker, I said that to people, and some people, like when they don't understand that experience or they haven't lived it, then they can't comprehend. They just look at it from their perspective, like, nah, man, you don't want to stir the beehive. Like my one cousin did that. He ended up getting a big lawsuit, and then what was it, 7 months later, he ended up getting caught up with some stuff, and he had to do 7 years. But he been doing this. He been doing it for a long time. Never got caught up. It's just kind of funny because once he sued, they was paying attention to him. You put yourself on the radar, and you didn't got this big lawsuit, and instead of living right off of it, you still playing around the street, and they came and got you, and they got their money back. They got their money back too. City definitely got their money back. Thank you. I appreciate you, Askiro. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's wild. You know, the UK, you would think, I don't know what to think, but um, I know y'all can't have like guns and stuff over there. So you'd think it's like more milder, but I've seen stuff on social media where they ain't got no guns. They walking around poking each other with knives. Like the gangs got knives and machetes and stuff. I'm like, damn. Like, damn, they ain't got no guns. They ain't doing drive-bys. They doing stab-bys. It was this one video. These dudes, like 3 dudes, jumped out of the car and shanked the dude. I was like, whoa, like that got to be wild. Like you can kind of hide if somebody do a drive-by, you can hide behind something, take cover. If a car just pull up and 3 dudes jump out and just start poking you, man, that'd be wild. Like if you don't have time to respond or run or something, man. James, what up, though? Yeah, put a target on his back. That's exactly what he did. He put a target on his back. Like especially here in Detroit, they had this unit called the Gang Squad, the Tiger Squad, right? Um, they used to just go around harassing people in the hood if they thought you was doing something or if you had something. Like it was this oil, like it was like an auto shop, and we were cool with the people. So after they closed down, they said we can put, we had them portable basketball rims, so we used to play full court in a parking lot. Man, one day this van pulled up, and it was like 7 people jumped out this van, all black. We didn't know who the hell this was. And it's probably about 12, 13 of us. And I was playing basketball. So when they jumped out, it was like I was one of the people like they were closer to because they pulled right up where we was playing at, jumped out. And so I couldn't run. So it was like, man, we got stumped. But it was some of the people that ran. But when they like after everything was done, and the only thing they did was like kind of roughed us up and searched our pockets. They put us in zip ties. We land on our face on the cement. We got hooping gear on. We ain't even got, we ain't got nothing on us. We hooping. Everybody there to play basketball. No one got nothing on. We ain't got our cell phones and nothing, our car keys, because my boy stay right around the corner. Like if you go around the building, his house was right there. So my car is parked there with everything in it. And I'm not gonna tell you what I had in it, but I had some stuff in it I probably shouldn't have had. But we right around the corner playing, so nothing is on me. So they put us in zip ties. Like my car keys is not. If I had my car keys, they probably would have found my car. But I left my car keys in his house, right? So they had us in zip ties and stuff. We was there for probably about 30 minutes. They searching everybody. They searching the grass around. They looking for everything. And then when they let us go, we walking back and, we see our boys that ran, right? When they ran, they had cars in the alley waiting for them. We only thought it was this van, but they was already sitting in the alley waiting for them, waiting for people to run on both sides of the alley. The only way you could have got away is if you ran past them across the street. So if you ran away from the direction they came from, you was getting caught. So they caught everybody, patted everybody down. They asked me because my car was in the alley. Like it was my boy house, the alley, and then the automotive shop. So they was like, "Who car is this? Who car is this?" He like, "I don't know." Oh man. Yeah, growing up in the D was wild, man. It was wild. It was like a jungle, man. Now that I'm older, like when you going through it and when you young, that's all you know. That's life, right? You don't think nothing different. But being mature now, moving out that environment, looking back, and it's like that was really no way for anyone to come up. But if I didn't come up like that, I wouldn't have what I have. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't be what I am if I didn't have those experiences. So I probably wouldn't look at life the way I do, you know. So I cherish those, even though it was a rough come up. I fought almost every day, and I'm not joking. Like almost like my middle school through my first 2 years, middle school, like eighth, seventh, eighth grade, and then 10th and 11th grade. I fought almost every day. Almost every day I'm fighting. Well, I can't say almost every day, but at least once a week I was in a fight. at least once a week, and that I'm not even over exaggerating that. So yeah, I grew up throwing hands for real. Like, I don't know how many busted lips and busted noses I done had in my lifetime. I didn't, I didn't get hit in the face so much. It feel awkward when I don't get hit. I used to go spar. I remember I got into a fight in the street, bloody lip and everything. Went right into the gym sparring. They like, damn, you okay? Like, yeah, just got into a fight. We good. Come on. Hey, you gonna get hit some more? Yeah, keep hitting me. Yeah, Tiger. It was a Tiger. It was like Tiger Squad. It went from, you know how they evolve or whatever, but it went from Gang Squad to Tiger Squad. But when they went to Tiger Squad, bro, they was doing some shady shit. I remember one time. I'm gonna say it like this: they pulled me over. They found some stuff in my trunk, and I didn't have anything on my record, but the guy in the passenger seat did. And they told me to just pin it on him. Just tell them that it's his. And I'm like, I can't do that. Um, and so they took everything in my trunk and they got another call. Because the reason they pulled us over, I was dropping my boy off. And when I was pulling down the street, I seen all these cop cars, right? So I backed up and went around the corner because he stayed from the direction I was coming from. I went up his block, but he stayed like 2 houses off the corner. So I went around the corner, dropped him off on the corner. And when I pulled away, they flicked me. But I couldn't get down the street because there was a lot of cop cars. But I looked when I backed up, that's what the cop said gave him suspicion. Like, cause it looked like I was trying to avoid the cops. So I'm like, I can't get down the damn street. It's like 6 cop cars down there. But this dude got shot in the face. He lived. But yeah, so it was like 4 houses down from where he stayed at. A dude got shot in the face, and then he said the car that I was driving, I had a '84 Delta '88, but I had flip flop paint. Right, it turned from like purple. It was like purple, green to blue, right? And the car that was described as the getaway car was a blue old school. They didn't know what kind of old school it was. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't my car, but they had probable cause because they said I fled the scene of an incident. At this time, I didn't know the law, so I'm looking like it just sounded right. So I'm like, shit. I told him, he said, do you got anything in the car? I said, I got some stuff in the trunk. And I told him exactly what it was. And he was like, pop the trunk. My boy's like, you stupid. I'm like, bro, they go search the car anyway. What am I lie for? So they searched it. Then they called me to the back and told me to just depend it on him. And as I was saying no, they got a call saying that they got the getaway car. They got the car. So the cop looked at me. He was like, you lucky. They took everything out my trunk, put it in their car, and left. And I'm like, shit, I'm straight. Like, you can have it. Thank you. I do not want to go to jail. You can have all that shit. That's you. I take that L. Wasn't nothing but like probably about 1500. About 1500. You can have it. Yeah, that's street life, man. I told him why didn't he sue? He was in his early 20s. They could have killed him. He didn't have anything on him, but was dealing at the time, so he wanted to leave the hospital ASAP. Yeah. Yeah, when you living in that street life, you don't want to deal with none of that stuff, honestly. Like having to go to court because you gonna have a target on your back. They gonna start watching you. So yeah, you gonna get this lump sum of money, but if you ain't got a way to flip that into a positive, then you got to go back to doing. And now people gonna be looking at you. They gonna be watching you. When they see you, they go fuck with you. Nate, the great commander, go take Nate's phone. Take Nate's phone. Girl, Dad, what up, though, bro? Appreciate you. Commander Didi, both of y'all simultaneously go take Nate's phone and take any electronics, including the microwave. He might find a way to turn the microwave into a phone. Take his phone. I am done. I'm just playing. I keep watching. I can't stop watching. I can't stop. I can't stop. Won't stop. Man, Nate, man, you got my stomach, my face hurting, bro. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I love it. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up. Didi, you feel me? Something wrong with Nate, but that's okay. Something wrong with all of us. That's why that's my bro, because something wrong with him and something wrong with me. That's why we get along so well. But yeah, let me get off here, man. I gotta get some stuff done for tomorrow morning. But I appreciate everybody, man. What time is it? 2:30. Probably got about. I can do like 30 more minutes. There's more coming. Man, I was gonna make a video showing like going through your shorts. I just wanted to show you that every like you got on a short, just know one of them came from me. I don't comment on all of them, but every short you done created with that I have liked every single last one of them since day one. I've watched all of them. I am addicted. I'm not gonna lie. I am addicted. I'll be like, what is Nate gonna do next? What is Nate go do next? I'll be waiting. Guns ain't legal in the UK, but there are shootings. It's rare. Carries zombie knives and machete. I think people run their mouths less. Yeah, I done got shot in the buttocks. It didn't feel good, but when that knife went in my chest, I didn't even feel it go in. But when it came out, I was like, holy shit, what was that? It felt like when a knife went in my chest, I thought he punched me. So when the knife was in my chest, I reached back and bam, hit him. And when I hit him, that's when he pulled it out. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, what was that? Because the knife I got stabbed with, it had them serrated edges. You know how I got like the sharp blade and then it got the ripples in it? Man, when that shit ripped out, oh my God. It felt, I can't even tell you how it felt. It felt like my whole chest came apart. And I got my pectoral muscles, like I'm not a bird chest guy. You know, I got like I can bounce my chest muscles, right? So when it ripped out my chest, it felt like everything just came off. I can't even, like, that was the worst feeling I ever felt. And then it's like just the blood just running out. It's different. It's different. Like when you get shot, it's just hot. Like, oh shit. Well, I guess depending on where you get shot at, I got shot in the butt, but I got stabbed in the chest, and when that knife came out, it hurt to breathe. It was like, it felt like, I don't know, it was, and then it was a rib broke. Like when he stabbed me, one of my ribs broke, so just breathing was hard. So yeah, I was I don't want to be stabbed. I had a phobia of knives. I remember my ex-wife, her mother, like I was telling her I had a phobia of knives. I think I told the story. And she was like, oh, you afraid of knives? She was like, you want a piece of cake? I'm like, yeah. Why this lady cut the piece of cake and brought it to me on a knife? She like, hun, take it. And she's walking towards me with a knife and I'm backing up. I'm like, please don't do that. It's like, I'm going to hit you. You think it's funny, but you get close enough. Look, I got a phobia, but my phobia ain't me shelling up crime. My phobia is me go break you in half. You come at me with a knife, I'm going to hurt you. That's my phobia. It's not like fear is the fear of me fucking you up. It's not that I'm afraid of the knife. I'm afraid I'm going to fuck you up because you got the knife. That's my phobia. Like if somebody come at me with a knife and I feel threatened, I'm not thinking, I'm reacting. But I'm over that now. That's something that I felt like was a weakness, so I had to heal from it. I still got PTSD. Yeah. You know that I went to see a psychologist because I had PTSD from, the incident or the situation of me losing my eyesight. Majority of my eyesight. I'm not blind, people. Not I'm legally blind, but I'm not all the way blind. But I have PTSD from it. But when I went to go see the psychologist, um, I told him, I'm like, look, I know I got PTSD and I'm already working on it. He was like, what? He's like, you don't even know the symptoms. So I start naming the symptoms of PTSD. I told him exactly how it affected me and what I was doing to correct it. And he looked at me. He was like, well, why are you here? I'm like, I need something to sleep. Just write me the damn pills so I can go to sleep. I can't sleep. But he didn't end I didn't get no pills. They wouldn't write me nothing. So yeah, I just drink me some lavender and chamomile before I go to sleep, and usually that do the trick. You can't be near a dog. 755 in the building. What up, though? What up, though? 755. Hacksaw Jim Nature. You was chased. Man, I'm not gonna tell that on here because that's a PETA story. I'll probably get canceled for telling that story. Hold on, I just seen something. I think those are the zombie knives, I think. Piercing through so many veins and organs. Man, them things ain't no joke. Lady Shay, what up though, sis? Yeah, them knives ain't no joke. Yeah, I got so many. I got a collection, and I collect knives and swords. I worked swords for probably about 11 years. I learned how to handle a knife probably 8 years ago. Well, 8 years ago. I thought I knew how to work a knife until I took classes and learned how to different techniques, like with knife fighting. So, yeah, I like hand to hand combat. I think that's like, I don't know. I think anybody can pick up a weapon, point and shoot, but to hold and to yield the blade, you have to have skill. So, to me, it was like more old school, more manly. So I wanted to learn. You grow up watching karate films and stuff like that. Anything I've been interested in, I always tried. So learning how to work a katana and a bushido blade. I know how to work a staff a little bit, not that good with a staff. But you give me a katana. I worked with katana for 11 years. A bushido blade is a little longer, but I can work that too. I never tried like a long sword. Um, you give me a tomahawk. I can work a tomahawk. It's a little different from an axe. Axe is a little heavier. The tomahawk is more like uh, it's wielded different, but I can work a tomahawk. What else? Like knives, you give me anywhere from a 2 inch to a 6 inch knife. I can work it. Well, I can go up to probably like a 9 inch blade. Just depends how I was created, I was made. But yeah, I love knives. A long bow. I don't know how to work a crossbow I never used a compound bow. My one friend, I used it one time. I just didn't like the way it released. But a long bow, I can shoot a long bow. I can shoot a short bow. I never used a crossbow. Always wanted to. I was thinking about buying one until I lost my eyesight. But a long bow and a short bow, I can work both of them. Well, I don't know how accurate I'd be now, but yeah, it was. I'm more like the old school type of guy. Oh, I got a couple pretty katanas. I got about 6 or 7 katanas. 3 of them are like real katanas. The other 3, people buy you stuff offline and stuff. Like if I took one of my real katanas and hit the other blade, it'll probably shatter. Like 2 katanas I got were handmade. One of them was machine made, but it's still high quality. Um, it's a still high quality blade, and it's just as sharp as the hand made blades. But one of them, I didn't buy it; it was a gift. But that blade was like 1,200. It was about 1,200. Somebody bought it for me. Like the Kill Bill movie. Yeah, you can. I seen people hurt. I mean, like playing around with a sword, and I ain't never seen nobody cut a limb off. But I seen people slice themselves trying to be cute. You got to respect the blade, just like a handgun. You have to respect the weapon. You have to adopt the weapon as an extension of yourself. Like playing around with stuff like that. Like even when I clean my blades or when I sharpen them, my wife be looking like, you look like you doing surgery. Like you have to respect the blade. Oh yeah, I love blades. Like Shay, I love blades. Nothing like a blade. It's just like an extension of yourself. One day I might show y'all something really, really cool. Um, I showed the ladies in the 9%. Tay was like, "This motherfucker." Like, you really got one of those? Like, I really got one of those. I am really that guy that walk around like this. Yes, that's me. It'd be funny, like when you say something and people be like, "Yeah, whatever." Then you show them, they be like, "Oh shit!" Like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, and then I got this one blade. It's called a double edge. It's like the whole blade, front and back. It's like my katanas, just the tip. But once you get down, it's not sharp. But I got this one blade. It's called a double edge. Well, both sides are completely sharpened. That blade, I got a cut on my back from working a blade. I was working it and I spent it and I turned and it nicked my back and I had a long line up my back. Like, holy shit. Like I would have, like, this thing is razor fucking sharp. Like if I would have went and ate, I would have had to get stitches. But it climbed my back and I was like, what, won't be doing working this like that again. Yeah, don't play with swords when you're drunk. I was trying to show off. Double-handed blade. I've always been fascinated with blades. It's like it's so much you can get out of it. So I've always been fascinated. But let me get my butt out of here. I keep saying that. But I appreciate y'all. I will be back. What's that, Wednesday night going into Thursday morning? I'm gonna just, come on here and rock out with y'all. And I'm gonna bring in my birthday with y'all because I'm gonna be gone the whole day. My wife, my best friend, is getting married on my birthday, and my wife had a surprise, and he kind of ruined it because I planned on going to his wedding. So, and I didn't, because I'm like, my wife never get upset with anything that I want to do, but well, her and my mother had a surprise for me, but all of it kind of crumbled. Even because at first I was like, she got upset, and I'm like, well, I'm not going. She was like, no, go, go, go. You can go. What time is it? She kept asking me the time. And I was joking, like, I'm like, oh, I guess you got something surprise for me. That's why you that mad. And she looked at me, and I'm looking like, I told you I don't like surprises, but it's your 40th. I wasn't going to tell you. Like, okay. I just thought she didn't, because I don't never do nothing on my birthday. I do nothing. I just sit and chill, relax. It's my day. You said it's my day. I'm doing nothing. I'm just chilling. I don't like partying. I don't do all that. I used to, but even when I was younger, I didn't. I just did it because everybody wanted to party, but I got tired of that. Like, I'm straight. But yeah, so let me get my behind out of there. Yeah, so we'll do, I ain't gonna tell y'all, but y'all know what it is. Y'all know, if I say anything that resonated with y'all, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody to tell somebody, help me spread the word. But these are the conversations to build nation. So if y'all ain't hit that like button yet, do me a favor, hit that like button, and we'll be back Thursday, 12:30 a.m. We'll be back Thursday. But y'all take it easy. Oh, I didn't even hit the thing.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me.